Guy says, Mr. Savan Eric says, la 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 la, I don't care. At the bottom he says, we are under stealth occupation even before 9/11. Okay, I'll buy that. So back at Mr. Savan Eric, I said, it is what caused 9/11. I think the date was chosen to honor cops. Mr. Fantasia Travesura, he bites. Really interesting. Make your testimony on vote video. Okay. What for? Oh my god. The hell would anyone want to know my freaking opinion for? Well, anyway, let's So, and then I said, actually, I was being snarky about the honor part. It was likely to divide the people from the cops. Video? What testimony? Well, there's all kinds of ideas and thoughts about why in the hell that date. Now, you want my belief? Let's see, what shall I say? I have to take a big pause here because there are a lot of people who don't believe in prophecy, don't believe in the Bible, and frankly, if I make a video and then put it online, put it on YouTube, and then put it out there, sure enough, I'm going to get some nasty comments. Okay. Bottom line is, go read the book The Harbinger. And I forget what he is. He's a rabbinical pastor. I forget what his name is. It's kind of freaky. The things that he discovered and that they discovered that intertwine with biblical prophecy. And I believe it. Now, I'm a Christian. And if you don't believe it, okay. If you want to believe what you believe it. Have at it. But if I was going to look at this from a humanistic perspective or from a worldly perspective, why would they pick 9/11? Let's just presume that it was not a conspiracy. Let's just pretend for a minute. Trust me, when I say pretend, I mean pretend. So let's just look at it from a humanistic perspective. Why would they pick 9/11? Everybody in the world knows that to dial, well, not everybody in the world, but because movies are so prevalent throughout the world, especially American movies, everybody would know to dial 911. The main problem is putting this in words that aren't asinine. We're already talking about something that a lot of people aren't going to believe. So, you know what? I don't really care. This is what I think. The reason it happened is because, for those of you who want to believe in God or whatever, is because we're under judgment right now. And what God's doing is giving us fair warning. As long as the government's going to keep walking away from God, God's going to keep making it worse. Now, mankind's saying, and these bankers are saying, oh, we're the ones doing it, and then they're going to come out and say, we did it. Well, you know why they can't do that? Because they'd be better off letting people think it was God doing it than they would if they came out and said, oh no, we're doing it because you people are just worthless. I wonder how America would react if Obama came out and said, you know why I'm crashing the economy? Because you people deserve it, you've earned it. He'd be out on his ear so hard they would be vacuuming his earlobe off of the pavement. They'd never say that. Or they could say, well, we're using Clord and Pivot. So the question really is, why do I say, yeah, I'm just going to forget the rest. I could get really stupid and I'm just going to cut it short because I get really long-winded really fast. It was what caused 9/11. What happened was, prior to 2001, already there were more and more authoritarian cops and showing up on the street. And I hadn't come to full bloom yet, but they were being used as a political tool to hinder other people's lives. It was becoming more and more prevalent, especially under Bill Clinton. And I also noticed a pattern that we had a serious problem with the economy under that peanut farmer, I don't even want to say his name, back in the late 70s. And then Ronald Reagan came to the fore, well, maybe the Republicans are in on it. They're just all about making, I don't know, America prosper, no matter what anybody wants to say. And then George Bush Sr. came to the fore, and he only lasted a term because, I don't know, he didn't want to be in there anymore. I remember a funny news clip I saw him out at Chappaquiddick or wherever they party at when they're taking a vacation, wherever presidents hang out at. He was sitting in a boat, and the news media says, "How do you feel now that you have lost the election?" He said, "Relieved." And then he gunned the boat. I thought that was funny. I laughed. It was hilarious. But anyway, it was already starting to be, they were already starting to be used as tools to hinder libertarians, people that were fighting for the old idea of what this nation was born to. And it had caused enough trouble that there was a serious hindrance, and also several other things started to crop up. Well, and anyway, that's why I say it's what caused 9/11. What happened was it weakened the United States severely, and so that's it. I wished I was a smooth radio personality, but I'm not, and I really don't care. And I'm gonna edit the snot out of this, just so you get like a 1-minute clip. Then you'll get an idea of my personality, which is, I don't know. If I wasn't acting zany, I'd probably be acting crazy, and I'm not sure you can tell the difference. Ha ha. I want to see if I can figure out